Why not train adventure? To Edinburgh. So we really don't know what we're doing. Not one bit. But we have a 6-hour train ride. I'm very excited about it. A little stressed when I get to the stations when they're not laid out like airports because I'm used to airports. I'm not used to train stations. It was miserable. Guys, we were on that train for like several hours and I was just like, I was forcing myself to work on things because I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sit there like this and not like have my arms near my body. Nothing. It was miserable. And I love train travel. I still love train travel. But apparently I overheard the guy on the train. Oh, the guy checking tickets. Because a lady was asking about it. He was like, oh no, it's actually on its way to go get maintenance. And she was like, oh, I'm hoping this train has an aircon. If it doesn't, I want a refund. Is that ours? No. What time's ours? The Arch movies. It's my favorite. Let me do a hot drink. Do you do coffee? Like an Americano? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I might do an Americano and the lemon. Okay. All the way. I got myself an Americano and a lemon cake. The next lecture. Yeah. Yeah. Look up there. I'm shook. I'm so excited to be here. I'm also excited to see my friend Tracy, who's joining us on this adventure. We're standing here waiting for Tracy to text us back. And look at this sign over here. Yeah. It says, this way to Scotland's picture house. Flush bucket close. That's the worst accent I've ever heard. But it also kind of sounds horrifying. We can't find Tracy. We keep changing spots. Tracy was right behind where we are now, and then she went over to where we sent a picture because our and we came to where she sent a picture. We tried to share all of our locations with each other, but for some reason they're not loading. Treasure hunt style. Treasure hunt style. It's not really a downer. It's just a challenge to overcome. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of enjoy stuff like this. But I am excited for food. Yeah. Food. Like the little lemon snack. That was so good. I had a protein bar and I had a lemon snack, but that's all I've had since breakfast. Yeah. And my tum-tum has been used to eating very hearty English meals. Yeah. So I'm feeling like you're feeling a little hankering. A hankering in my tankering. Oh. For some food. Yeah. Tracy!
And your guys' dock flipped to over there. Oh. And I was like, wait.
So we're going to be staying in a lot of different kinds of hotels while we're here in Edinburgh, so we'll take you along on each different offering in town that we're staying at. But first things first, we're staying at a Residence Inn Marriott. It's kind of it's probably one of the more modern builds. Whee! I made it. Oh, this is huge. This might be the biggest place we've stayed since getting here. I know, for real. Like, look how wide this place is. It's just like 2 rooms worth.
Actual full-size bed.
Yeah.
Like an extra.
And look at you got a microwave. Look at that. And a toaster. Guys, I'm obsessed with a sink. Aircon. Oh, an aircon. That first train today, did we tell you about it? The first train, the aircon was broken and it was headed to its like maintenance. But it was literally the hottest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Did the windows open?
No.
Oh.
It was literally stale air.
I don't get hot. I thought I was roasting like a chicken.
Were you still in that?
Okay, no, at first, we literally get in there. Listen, we get in there. No, listen. We get in there, and I'm over here like, immediately takes my jacket off. We're sitting in different seats because it was kind of a full train at the beginning. And so I was like fanning myself with my hat, and I look over, and Luke is like still, like
I was
15
minutes
in.
And I was just like,
and he coat, hat, earphones. And I was like, I would be dead. I was like, I'm dying.
I was just trying to stay as still as possible.
And I texted him.
As low as possible.
I texted him and I was like, what?
Really, like,
what are you doing?
Yeah. You know, like when women hit middle age, and then like a heat flash happens, and you're like, "Jeez, you're like your own."
You're
burn."
radiating.
You are radiating. I could not wait to get off that train. Luke was like, "I'm so glad when we booked it that they had we had to change trains because like at first I really wanted a direct, but if this was a direct, we would have died." Look at this chili oil. This is the veggie one. Sorry. This is sausage. So good ravioli. Yo, that tasted so good. I didn't even film it. Yum.
Also, though,
I don't
Paul has black stuff all over his face
because the napkins were
bleeding all over us.
And so like the ink was getting all over my hands, and then I was rubbing it on my face, which got it all over my face. So I feel like a chimney sweep, but it's okay. This is like a little conveni by our hotel, and I really want a nigiri. Oh yeah,
I saw that. They bring it in every day.
It's a convenience.
It's so convenient.
I love these sauces.
Me
These
too.
in my fridge.
I do too. But I also like I struggle with them. Like overseas, you want to buy them and then you have to check them out.
Oh yeah, no.
Like sriracha?
Especially this brand, the
Yes,
Lee Kumki. You can get that in.
This in like the Asian markets at
Yeah,
home.
Asian
Yeah.
market.
Thank you for being a wonderful one night stay.
I know, this is such a nice room. In hindsight, we should have booked this the entire week. Just in hindsight, we should have done it.
Yeah.
But we're going to see a lot of different places on this Edinburgh exploration. Tonight, we're going to a pod hotel.
But before that, it's kind of rainy outside, but we're gonna go on a walking tour, and I'm really excited about it. They actually use an actual portafilter. Bless you.
Perfect.
A real coffee.
Thank you.
A real coffee. But they're using an actual espresso machine and it makes me so happy. Look, what do you keep saying to people when they help you?
Thank you, my friend. I'm so
my
Midwestern.
friend.
I can't even help it. I can't help my Midwest.
That's okay. I said "oh" the other day.
Oh.
Oh.
I was trying to get off the bus. I was like, "Oh, that's me. That's my stop."
Is that what are you, Canadian?
From the great state of Kansas.
Isn't that more northern, but then
No.
Kansas took it?
Yeah. It was definitely like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Oh.
A review.
No.
You would like some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more? Oh, look at this, Paul. A little arch. I have to take your picture.
Okay.
We're currently going on a city walking tour of Edinburgh. And I don't know how far it goes from here, but we're right down on the high street.
Yeah, we're on High Street. It will only go like a half a mile at
Okay.
most from the High Street, but it's like 2.5 hours or so of just the main area and like all the heart of the history.
And the guide will like give you lots of information. So I'm very excited about the history.
Look, he said he's gonna come back to it.
I want to change Scottish history.
Yeah.
For virtually the whole of the 20th century, it was occupied by the Scottish Empire.
Technically, the term shit-faced came from 10 o'clock at night. In the 1700s, they regulated it so you could only like throw waste out of your window at 10 o'clock. That's also the time that pubs closed. So the people who didn't get out of the way in time when there was something up in the bar considered to be shit-faced.
And therefore,
Or the term is born.
we're gonna stay there tonight. Well, spoiler.
Look, this is all just for Fringe.
And it would have been like, Macbeth or something like
Yeah.
down here with
Which-
the castle backdrop.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do not like like I don't like
dramas.
period dramas or Shakespeare. Really, not a fan.
But this would
to
be
see
sick.
But to see it in Edinburgh would be a little different.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a little different, you know.
This is Victoria Street, one of the most photographed streets in Britain. Very pretty in its own right.
I love it. We're gonna come back. We'll do an explore. We'll come back and explore. Yeah, don't you mind. Don't you worry. We have a whole Harry Potter tour coming later. McGonagall. That was the namesake of Minerva McGonagall. But he was famous in his own time. Unlike all the other names she used.
Horrible poet.
Yeah, literally, as he's famous.
for being a horrible poet.
Yeah.
Like a funny guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like almost like limits.
Yeah.
Like they're meant to be bad.
They're just meant to be bad. It's like ironic.
Yeah.
You're like part of like the.
It's like so bad you're good, you know?
Yeah. Well, maybe not good.
I mean,
Maybe just so bad.
Like on America's Got or Britain's Got Talent or any of those talent shows, you either have to be really, really bad or really, really good. There's no in between.
True.
So bad that they're like, we'll keep this footage.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. You're like, oh, this is funny. This will go
This will
viral.
go
Yeah.
So any Harry Potter fans, any keen Harry Potter fans will recognize the name Tom Riddle. He was around in the middle of the 1800s.
Gotta try deep fried Mars bar.
Fried Mars, fried Snickers.
All right, y'all. Thoughts on
It's kind of chocolate marshmallowy. Or
the Mars one?
Well, that's what
Or
Mars
Snickers?
bars-
I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mars
The
bars-
Snickers
Mars
is
bars
really
bars
good.
just-
What are your thoughts? Yes? No?
I think it's excellent.
I think it is
I
too.
love Snickers. This adds a nice layer, gives you a new take on it, a
Yeah.
new lease on life.
Yeah, I like it.
And it melts it, so it gives it a different like vibe.
There were some guys right out here. We were walking in and we asked them what they thought, and they were like, "It's not a must-have." And I was like, "Okay." So then we just had it, and we're like, "I don't know. I thought it was great." We're gonna eat here. Birdies. I'm so excited for it. Fish and chips. This is like the famous fish and chips. Battered sausage. We've got the famous fish and chips, world famous. And Luke got it baked. Curry baked.
I didn't want it fried.
Cajun baked. This is a curry sauce. So freaking good.
That's a Japanese dream.
That is that's like Japanese curry.
Oh, I can't believe Dumbledore. You want to do that right here? I remembered the whole thing. You did. I didn't think I would. Literally, I wouldn't have remembered that. That's for sure.
Victoria Street. We'll be back. We gotta go get some work done. You need to work. We should be working.
Yeah, we need to go get some work done. Should we go with this since there's no queue?
Yeah, let's do it. The rain drove the queue away, so we're gonna just pop in real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, when it's opened up like
That's I
that.
think from the first one.
Those I would love to buy all of those. That's a mug.
Ron Weasley's, Hermione's.
There's the mug, the Death Eater mug.
Oh, and the
Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw. We saw the Gryffindor one downstairs. Door knocker bar.
That is so cool. Oh my god. Oh, is it like a more of a hefty? That's a hefty right there.
That's heavy. It's all metal. That's all metal.
But there's even like this one with the snitch on it.
Oh, the Hogwarts one.
It's yeah. Look at that. Hi, Filch. How you guys feeling after walking up all them stairs? Shut up. Don't talk to me.
I feel great.
Tracy says, shut up.
Even though it was my idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Tracy's idea.
That is the school that inspired a lot of stuff from the
said to be a school that she potentially took inspiration from
for the Harry Potter
Hogwarts.
books. Yeah.
It has 4 houses, things like that. All right. And you got this side. Yeah, whatever is it, older version.
We're back to go to Code. Look at this whole area though. This is a vibe.
I explained everything to Luke, and Luke literally was like, no, I literally not everything anyway.
Okay. I'm watching from afar, being like, okay, this isn't going anywhere.
Kind of you guys to say that.
Listen, we
It's
were
like-
also listening.
It's like when you write over data on your computer.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this RAM will instantly be deleted.
Yes. My thing was, I saw that he handed me this, so then I was like, oh, I can check out. Like,
I can read.
I'll read this.
I know how to read.
That's bad. That's bad. This man. And I also, if you go by the men's restroom, so like if you keep going down that hallway, there's gates, like old prison doors. We were talking to the general manager. We bumped into him in the hallway, and he was telling us that this used to be an old prison, and then they've renovated it to become hostels. And that every little bit they're trying to make it better and better and better. In fact, there's a building across the way that they're going to turn into like another branch of code. There's just a lot of cool things happening. But he did tell us the story about this guy who was trying to bust down a door. He was from Texas 50 years ago, got thrown in jail. And then here in this building, and then came back 50 years later to see how it had changed. And then ended up booking a stay at this hostel because he wanted to like experience it. And he goes, hasn't changed much since then. The vibe in here is really cool. They got like a bar downstairs. The check-in here is like a cafe with like coffee. We got Americanos, which is a vibe. There's a kitchen in here, a little kitchenette moment to get stuff done in here. And then you have different pods and rooms. There are rooms available here that you can book, like a private room with like a queen bed. There's little pods that you climb into, and I'm so excited. And have lockers and stuff, which all makes sense because the courtroom name makes sense now. Because it's jail. It was a prison. Like, that makes sense. Like, we are central. They're just super busy all the time. So the fact that they have they gifted us a stay for 2 nights for the 3 of us. It's just incredible and miraculous. So we're very, very thankful for that. It's like 10 o'clock at night and we're exploring. The bar that you enter in from up there, you can also enter in here. Oh yeah, the Lost Close. This is where everyone's from, but nobody's from Kansas City. Look, Kansas City, no one's got a button in there. Good morning, y'all. How'd you sleep? So good. The pods are surprisingly like comfortable and like secure, and they're not too tight. I thought I was gonna be a little claustrophobic, but I wasn't at all. And then the duvet was very comfortable. The bedding was great. There's like a sound dampener behind your head, and that like must do a really good job of dampening. I think it's that in the mattress. Oh, probably. Yeah. And we did a really good job. I could hear like a guy got up at 3 to, I guess, go to the airport or something. And I could hear him all like zipping up his zippers and like getting everything out of his bag. So that was kind of a bummer because sound kind of bounces around a little bit with that kind of stuff. But honestly, it didn't bother me at all. And it made me feel like, oh yeah, I'm not alone here. Like, I don't know. It was good. I really felt cozy and comfortable. It was nice. I really like the fact that it's like very secure to get back up in there to your room. But there's also this common area here, and then this little like coffee shop, cafe. But then there's also a bar downstairs that we're gonna go to in just here in like 20 minutes to do like a coffee tasting. They've got like games you can play, books you can read. Like I don't know, I just find it very like fun. And we've met so many new friends. That's one thing I've actually really enjoyed is like the new friends. The community that gets built. Somebody just sits at your table and you're something like, oh my gosh, where are you from? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Yeah, I love that. Spooky. Look at this. Doink. Watch your head.
So this is our staircase that we initially came down. This leads up to the courtroom.
Okay, wow.
This is where the judge would have escaped at the back if something went down.
Oh.
And you could tell we did a really good historically accurate repair job.
Yeah, look at those bricks. I love that.
So the Lost Close.
I love this.
So this is the staircase.
So this was a close at one time.
Yes.
Okay. That's where it came in. This is so cool. Look at this. It's just around the corner. Is that like right over here?
That
Is
wing
that
place.
wing place? Yeah. Some Americanos. Paul got a little carrot cake. I got a strawberry muffin. How is that one? Blueberry. So good. They had so many muffins. Strawberry. How was your hike?
It was good. It was very good.
Good. Harry Potter walking tour.
I didn't wear a mess. I'm not matching.
You're just in your Death Eater colors.
I'm in my Death Eater colors.
You're in your Death Eater
Like
era.
I wear my Slytherin in my veins.
Yeah.
So it's not on a shirt.
So that's the coffee shop where J.K. Rowling actually wrote the first Harry Potter book. It was owned by her brother-in-law. She was really poor at the time and just come to Edinburgh, and technically couldn't afford coffee. So she went in there, and her brother-in-law would like let her work in there for free, and that's pretty wild. This is the tunnel they wanted to film the Dementor scene in. Couldn't, because they didn't want to ship everybody out here and back. So they sent somebody out, measured, filmed, photographed it, and then they recreated it. The only difference is that they constructed it with like vertical walls as opposed to the horizontal walls on the sides to make it look more claustrophobic. But it's built exactly like that one.
Except that, yeah.
I like what it's called. Potterview Port?
Yeah.
But it's because it's where the Potters used to live, and so that's why it was named that way.
No, like, not Potters for family. Like,
No, yeah.
like people who do
Pottery. We did find out, though, that Harry Potter is actually named after J.K. Rowling's childhood friend who was next door. And he had like an ideal-ish life. He was very friendly to her. They were really His good parents friends. Were really good friends to her. And her home life wasn't great, and they were very poor. A lot of like, I think, fighting going on in the home. So they would escape to the Potter's house, and so the Potters were obviously very friendly and welcoming to her and her sister. But when she wrote it, like financially and stuff. When she wrote it and she used his name, she contacted him because she would need to like give royalties, but she's again very poor at this point. And he was like a lawyer, and he was like, no, like you don't need to pay me anything. So he signed away any royalties. Like royalties to her. He said, hey, anything you make goes back to you
and your daughter.
And poor guy still hasn't made him any money off of the Harry Potter books. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Also, like, he's a lawyer in London. He's probably doing fine.
Yeah. Probably a little sad though.
I mean, I'd be a little sad too.
So this inspired two things in Harry Potter. The door in Gringotts, where he like passes his finger down and then unlocks from the back. And then also Mad-Eye Moody when he was being held in the fourth film. Fourth movie. But it inspired that trunk that Dumbledore like has to use the different keys to open the different. Yes. Yeah. Just finished our Harry Potter tour, which was really fun, and I actually learned a lot more than I thought I would learn. It was also cool. We did visit some of the same spots we'd been before, which was fine. Right here, McGonagall's.
Look at it. It's stuffed with haggis.
I know. Look at that. There's a good sando. When you do that, do you go to the left or the right first?
Same. Right, left. Left, right. Oh, so I was thinking, do I need to go left first then?
You would need to go left first, yeah.
We'll start 2, 3, 4, 5. You're right. 1, 2, stop. Stop. Scramble, kick, throw, hit. Turn, hit, 2, 3. Oh, I have 2. Hit 2, so 2, 3, 4. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. Like where that's actually going to come together. Boom, hit. Oh, shoot. I'm on the right side.
Because if you roll down, hit. You have to go roll down, and then you're going to stepping onto the right. Yeah. I gotta get that split up. Boom, take it. Boom, yeah, I get it. This song is wild.
Snipe, Severus Snape. Snape. Snape.
Wow, you dance very good.
Thank you.
You are very good dancers, guys.
Oh, you got up higher on that leg there, but honestly, but this looks good. Could we do it again? Shoot wider, so shoot closer to the camera, widen out the frame. So get closer to the actual stuff. Oh, okay.
Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. Snape.
We just got the take, which was good. We didn't know if there was people up here watching us, and then they clapped for us, which was really nice.
Nice of them.
Yeah.
I felt a little uncomfortable.
And we did have some people watching from down here too.
It was great fun.
We had a nice little audience. So we got one shot, one video, but we think we're gonna move to a different location for the other video. So we're shopping in Victoria Street real quick. What do you see?
All kinds of things.
Look, the Chamber of Secrets. And then Harry on the hippogriff. I love that.
The wizarding
The Weasley's
Wheezy.
No, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is an adult sizes and I would wear that.
These are so cool.
Oh, they're like little stockings.
Okay, I'm obsessed with those. Wait, I love this. I'm obsessed with these bags. These are like school bags, like those crossbody bags. But like, that's what they look like, but or something. But I love them. We gotta go get a butterbeer. I know the top is like nice and crisp. It's got like almost a. Please. The butterbeer is very sweet, but this is also very sweet. But for some reason, I find less of that sweet. That's sweet. Something about me? I really don't like sweet drinks. But you like sweets. This is like a giant chunk of apple crisp, caramel, and crust. Like there's apple in there. There may be a touch of apple, just a touch of apple, but it's all crumble. That's my kind of pie. It's feeling quite heavy. Is it feeling quite heavy?
The sugar made me feel like.
We like sat down for a second, got sugar in our bodies, and then we're both like.
Costume change. No, it's outside. Yeah, that's okay, here we go. Try it. Just go try it. There it is. Okay. Good luck, lads. Thank you. Dang it, we're not. I don't think it's gonna work with that. Oh, thanks. It wasn't. No, not yet. Well, we were trying to be remembering. I lost my earphone halfway through, so I was just following. I couldn't hear anything. I just was doing what I could see. Oh, here we go. Maybe.
Good morning, Edinburgh. Well, yeah, I just checked out of the Code Hotel. Code Hostel. This is so cute. I think this is like one of the first places. I mean, I think there's been a couple, maybe a handful, that have drip coffee, but this is like one place that serves drip coffee, which is why we're here. And to try haggis.
That's why I'm here. They're here because the
Haggis. Not an Americano, not
an espresso, not a long espresso.
and not one of those push button automatic Americanos. No. We're here for a drip coffee.
I think it just feels like how you are, you know?
Yeah, a coffee pot is just a nice thing.
Pack, like,
Pour over machine.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh,
I'll break the bottom of your cup.
it's a little strong. A little strong for my personal taste.
Not
Well-
strong enough.
Ratios. But I'll take it. I'll take it. A perfect egg. Look. We are no stranger to the English breakfast on this trip. but we are a stranger to the Scottish breakfast because we've never tried haggis. And no, I do not know what haggis is. And no, I will not Google it until after I've eaten it. Because that's what we've been told. Every time we've been told to try haggis.
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Haggis, a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, heart, liver, and lungs, minced with chopped onions, oatmeal, suet, sweet, I don't know what that is, spices, and salt.
Why does it taste like bread?
The oats.
Oats, yeah. Like, if it's just a bunch of meat, it's like a hot dog, but with oats.
That little roll, it's only 89 pounds, okay? I need it.
Can you get it home?
No. Why would you ask such a silly
I thought
question?
we were gonna buy another suitcase for you to take home.
TK Maxx, here we go.
TK Maxx, here we
TK
go.
Maxx.
No, we'll just buy this and you can stuff them all in there. And then you check that on the way out. Actually, don't check it. I don't know. How would you get it? Okay, so this is for sale. What's the dimensions, though? That's what I want to know, because I'm going to be easier to search. I want this to be my...
Cockburn Street. The guy who manages the place. Knew us.
Yeah, you recognize
I
you guys.
did ask if we could ship that crate,
Steamer trunk.
the steamer trunk to America. He said, "You probably could, but it'd be quite pricey." And I don't really trust it getting there in one piece, so.
I appreciated the honesty.
Yes, I know. We're going to see if we can find one when we get back into the States. He did say it came from a supplier, so there might be more suppliers supplying similar items in that condition to America. So we're going to just try to figure out, shop around in the States and see if we can find one. That is Old Town. That is New Town. But fun fact, New Town was built before America was discovered in the 1700s. So it's still very old. Look at that. We went from Edinburgh to Village D, which is kind of nearby, but what's really funny is that back in the day, they were so separate. There's like the toll house over here where you would pay to come in. You had to pay a toll to leave Edinburgh, which so most people never would leave the city in their lifetime. But you have to pay a toll to leave and pay a toll to enter, and it was equivalent to about half a year's salary, so very expensive. So to go just from Edinburgh to Village Dean, it would be very costly. What's really funny is that they were so separate that they spelled Edinburgh wrong on the toll gate. Okay, one thing about Edinburgh, like Scotland, every place we've seen so far here, is just the history, which I love, but also just how cute and historic it all is.
Well, it's just so different.
Yeah.
Actually, what we are used to.
Right, well, it's because we don't have anything this old. Like,
Yeah, it feels like a movie set. Or,
yeah,
you know.
like Disney.
This is a well for the river that's here. Inside, you have like a beautiful mosaic archway, like big room, and men would meet here in secret. It was like a boys' club that people would come to. They'd have drinks and get up to nefarious things or what have you.
We were just at Parody, this clothing shop, and I don't know if I filmed anything in there, so hopefully I did. But he ended up gifting us shirts, and then we bought some pants because, you know,
They're so good.
they're so cool. If you're interested, I'll link it below because it is a really cool shop, and we had to get out of there or we were going to spend more money. How many floors up are we?
We're on the 5th floor
Yes.
in a walk-up.
We paid how much for this? It's cute, so it's honestly kind of worth it, but look at this. Cute. And a little kitchenette area over here. For the view, though.
This is insane.
That's incredible. Is it 5 floors to walk up the stairs? Beautiful? Not sure, but we're here. This little fireplace.
The hike upstairs is not.
I think it's worth it. I just am glad we didn't book it for 7 nights.
Yes, agreed. Agreed.
Hi, tour bus people.
Yeah, the castle's right over there, but there's all that, like, the seating.
Oh, you get to the countryside up there, up to the south.
Oh, whoa, yeah. The countryside. Oh, you know, just doing the dishes with this view. That's kind of wild.
So much just happened this afternoon. We popped into the shop, and then we ended up talking to this guy with this brand new brand called Parody, like Paradise, but still a little bit different. Definitely. And he gave us 2 t-shirts, gave us a huge discount on these pants. So we went out to shoot the pants because they were so cool.
They were so cool, and we wanted to like show the vibes.
Do a little pose. Show them off. They're like, my favorite part about the whole pants is the fact that they have the branding on the cuff of the pants, and they're sort of like Japanesey, like baggier.
Yeah, they're a little baggy on like the midsole. It kind of balloons out and then tapers toward the bottom, and they're such a vibe. Anyway, that was really cool. So Parody was cool, and then we came back and checked into our Airbnb, which is also a vibe. You saw that a little bit earlier. But then we decided, no, we're not gonna go out to eat tonight. We're gonna go get some food from the grocery store, stay in, and watch Harry Potter. Yeah. So we did that. We went to the first place, was more like a convenience store, and did not have what we needed. And on the way there, we met these guys, recognized us from the internet. They were from Kansas City, which is wild. We had this long conversation with them about Kansas City. It was really, really bizarre to be standing on the streets in Edinburgh talking about 135th and Metcalf, which is a street in Kansas City, and just be like, oh yeah. And then this one guy was like, my mind is kind of blown that we're talking about this right now. And I was like, nicest dudes. Yeah, well, wouldn't expect any less from someone from Kansas City. So shout out to my boys. We could not find what we needed at that convenience store. So we ended up heading all the way about a mile down the road to Sainsbury, a little grocery store here, and got the goods here in the backpack. But we had to stop and catch up on it. So now we're heading back. We're gonna have a very, very fun night in. BRB. Yeah. Oh, yeah. After a good night's rest, it's time for some coffee. We stumbled into this place called Source, which turned out to be one of our favorite coffee shops in Edinburgh. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. We are doing our first ever escape room, and it is a magical inspired escape room. I'd imagine. A Scooby-Doo inspired one? No, that's my next one. Spooky! We just finished our Harry Potter escape room. Well, Harry Potter escape room. Because legally they can't. But here at the escape, it was actually really cool. And I've never done an escape room before. So it was like, we weren't very good at it. I mean, there was we did a good job.
Did really good. I think pacing wise, we got a little too in our heads. You have to remember these are for all ages. Yes. And we were doing crazy math at one point.
We basically took math and then mathed it a little bit too much. Too complicated at times. Yes. We really were going deep. But I think that he came in and he's like, you actually went 6 minutes over, but we wanted to let you guys finish it out because we were so close.
He said our beginning part was really well paced.
And the ending too, he said there was parts that were we were moving. But it was just the part in the middle. In that one part, we just couldn't get over that one hump, and then we overthought it after that. Yeah, it was math, so then we overthought it. No shade to either of you, but I had completely forgotten when you said, "Oh, I used to struggle with dyslexia," and then I was making you read everything, and I was like, "Just tell me what it looks like." And I'm like, I can't. I don't know what it looks like. It looks like nothing, and it's backwards. And I could read it upside down, or I could read it upside up. I don't know. So come to find out, those are runes. They have coding on the other side of the room. Oh my gosh! And then it was a word. That was frustrating because we were looking at random letters, and I was like, oh, charm.
Those same things. I've seen that, if you do Da Vinci Code or whatever, it's a word always. Right. And so I was like, oh yeah, it'll be a word. But then none of those things look like words.
I know.
And so then he's like, it's a magical word. And
we're like, oh. We came back. Had to come back. Okay, so Source. We were just here, then we went to the escape room, and then we came back. We kind of made friends with the barista, and they were really into experimental coffee roasting. So instead of using syrups and stuff, they used the roasting process to bring out different flavors. Things like fruit notes, like lychee, mangoes, and cream. It was
insane. And we hadn't had any coffee like it in Europe, or really anywhere. So it was such a cool experience to get to taste these unique coffees. An angry bird. Are you gonna throw it? Just kidding. Looks delicious though. Yeah. Luke, yeah, really wanted to climb that. I think I'm good. Okay, well, we saw it.
Maybe there's 2 dancing guys.
Yeah. No. I don't think that was good. No, you're gonna hesitate. Sorry guys, excuse us. No, you're alright, you're alright. Okay, so I have a little bit of a gripe with this red bus. This red bus is a really cool concept. Basically, there's like audio guided tours. There's like stuff like historic facts and things like that on the bus. And you can jump on and jump off kind of so that you can explore the city. Now, on the tighter loop of the city, or like the more central part of the city, there's a lot of buses going and it's a shorter route, so they're just always around. On the farther one, the one we actually paid for, which was the exterior part of the city, there's less buses because it's obviously a longer route as well. Now, this was the only leg of the trip that we actually used the bus, which is really frustrating because the next part of the leg we walked. And then the third part, we tried to get on a bus, but they just drove past us. They didn't stop. And so we ended up paying for the regular bus to get back. Anyway, I don't think it's worth it. I think you can do other things. Ramble, and we came down into the basement, and I'm going to show you around. It's so cute. It's just a vibe. Of course, we couldn't come and not get eggs Benny. Yeah, you gotta have an eggs Benny. Yeah. I really love it. Yeah. And you got like a breakfast.
I got like a full Scottish breakfast.
Even with the poached egg though.
Yeah.
We poached. This was a happy accident because we were planning to go to this place next door, but we got there and they were like reservation required or something, and it was like 1 o'clock was when they could actually get us in, and I was like, I gotta eat right now. It's like 11 o'clock. I was like, we gotta go find something. And this place was right next door, and we were like, yeah. I mean, the vibes are on point, and they have tables. Okay, so Ramble, definitely a recommended spot. It's just here in Newtown. It's above it. It's really only like a 12-minute walk away from Old Town where we're staying, like on the Royal Mile. So it really isn't a terrible walk. And you get to see the cool park. Yeah. And it's all pretty downhill from there to here. Going back, that's uphill, but if you want to come this way and check out Ramble, do it. You're ever going to go like down a hill to the Norlock and then back up a hill? Okay, you're getting a little specific on us here. Just look it up on Google Maps, okay? Just know that it's hilly, okay? We're at the Botanical Gardens, and they have this little soapy mat that you wash your shoes on. Clean. Very excited. I didn't know if we were going to have time to do this, and it's free. Luke, do not be climbing those trees. Do not. Yeah. I just want to let you know that was the rule. I'm here I'm shopping, okay? Oh, for plans. Oh. That you can't take home? This man. Ooh. Wow, panda.
Slow, subtle flow.
Luke, what'd you think?
It was beautiful. We did not have enough time to really enjoy it fully, but Paul was saying that they have the largest amount of Chinese plants in one area outside of China. Yeah. Which is crazy.
That's what I heard
on the tour bus on the way in. They said it. They said that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's... I don't know. I may have misunderstood. I wasn't really fully paying attention, so...
Oh, say the information, and if you're wrong, they'll tell you.
That's true.
But now we're walking... Tracy left us. She's going to just...
Tracy abandoned us.
Yeah, she's going to...
She didn't.
She's going to take the bus up and around in this like tour circuit, but we wanted to shop a little bit. So we're going to head in here and take a street over here and see if there's some vintage shopping and stuff we can do. We might go to Paradisia again, the place where we got these pants, because a vibe. Yeah, we want to buy more stuff. Spoiler, we bought more stuff. Armstrongs, we made it! And it's still open. Let's go! Oh, look at that, that's fun. This is the boppin' vibe, and this is a good song. What? Just a wheat Burberry. Oh, I love that. So what do we got?
Kind of like jerseys.
Tokyo.
Paul saw that it was from Tokyo.
I was like, I might have to buy that. Look at the sleeve. Look on the shoulder. It just keeps going.
I know, it's so cool. There's literally been vintage shopping all over the world, and I've never seen a cultivation of things like this before.
Okay, but that's kind of a vibe. That's like so cool. That is a vibe.
Unless we wanted to get both, so we have the red and the blue.
It is kind of cool. So did we found some things.
Yeah.
The night before Tracy left, we went to TK Maxx and got an extra suitcase to send home with her because we were still headed back to London for a week and then on to Paris. And she graciously agreed to take a suitcase home for us. So thank you for visiting with us, Tracy, and for taking this bag home.
We got one more coffee stop before we jump a train back to London. Let's do one more coffee. One more coffee. What Source Coffee yesterday we found.
We just started.
Wait, was it 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago. Yeah. 2 days ago. And we love it so much. It's super experimental. So, like, it's not definitely for everyone. Yeah, it's small batch and experimental processes. So the way that coffee's processed is it's picked from the bean and then either washed, fermented, because it's technically like the seed of like a cherry. They call it a coffee cherry. And so if it's sat for a long time with the cherry still on the outside, then it ferments and then that adds to the flavor of the coffee once it's roasted. Usually it's waited to, in the specialty coffee market, they wait to roast it as green beans until they're in the States. So that fermentation process is so important. Well, what these guys are doing is they're experimenting with different kinds of fermentation, different kinds of beans, and different kinds of washes, processes, and the way that fermentation process, when I say processes, I mean fermentation process, but all of that together, they're just working with just different ways to do things to try to like see if they can make things better. And it's so scientific and so fun. They're roasting interestingly. They're doing super small batches. So the coffees we have, you won't be able to get if you come. The biggest problem, or not the problem, for the general public, the problem is that you're not going to get a really icky black cup of coffee. That's not what this is.
But first of all, not everyone thinks that's icky.
I know. But I'm saying it's like a very dark, very acidic. That's on range.
That's on range, yeah.
But what I mean is like a normal cup of coffee is not what you're going to get here.
You're not going to get an Americano. You can get an Americano, but it's not going to be like your typical, whatever.
Starbucks
Americano, which is what we get almost everywhere at every chain. So it was such a delight to experience something like
so
our
different.
own, you know, like, I don't know, like Thailand coffee. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was so nice to have something that tasted so unique, as opposed to just the like what I would call meh coffee that we experience
in
a lot
Europe.
of it.
Anyway, we're gonna go to the source one more time and get another cafe.
That was an absolute disaster.
It was good. It was cute. I enjoyed it. I didn't follow, but I enjoyed it.
And there was just so much information in my head. I was trying to communicate it in like 5 seconds.
You were like, I need 5 years of coffee knowledge in your head right now.
Yes. Here, let me just plug it in and transfer.
Plug it in and transfer. Oh my gosh.
Dang.
But I love it. It was so good. The one I had the other day almost was there was one that was kind of like peach and pineapple.
It was like lychee.
Yeah,
that was the one that he had on a special grinder, and so it was like not what he normally serves. We did talk to a couple that was there, and they just made a face when they tried the coffee. So I do know, like what Paul was saying earlier, it's not for everyone.
It is not a normal cup of coffee, and therefore a special palate gets excited about that.
It's required.
But if you don't have that special palate, I think it's definitely required.
I think even without a special palate, that would be noticeably different.
Well, even Tracy really loved it.
Tracy loved it. But Tracy, I would say, has a very good palate. But I think that the way that they present it is also in the same way. Like, hey, we're doing experimental stuff. Like, this is not your normal cup of coffee. They're not trying to say we're just everything. We're
the Joe for every Joe, you know? It's you're specialty, yeah.
Which I think is why it was so delightful to run into them, because we just have not seen that.
We haven't had any complex cup of coffee since being here. So having that, and I think more is probably the closest thing we've come to that. But even then it's they're a bakery
that also serves coffee,
yeah. And that has a very normal cup of coffee being served. That being said, I thought this was like, that excited my palate.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was, and it was noticeable.
Yeah.
Specifically in the flat white, the way they were able to pull the flavors of the coffee through the milk I was blown away. I have never had anything like that, ever.
Oh, and even like what he was telling us is that they've started using this oat milk, this specific oat milk, because he's like, we can pull flavor through it way better than we were with like a full fat whole milk.
and then they ended up changing the whole milk that they used to try to find a better suited milk. I just like the thought that goes into it was fascinating and so nice. It's almost like the National Coffee Championships, you know, when people talk about all what they do to like find the perfect thing, the perfect milk for that coffee, and these guys are doing that. It's insane. And they're doing it just like on at a shop. And then the other thing, the shop was so noticeably different than anything I've ever seen, even in the States, where it literally looks like you're walking into a kitchen and he serves you like he's just against it. He's not behind a counter. He's just in a room. He's hanging out with you. Yeah. It's very, what I would say, very unique and very backwards to what we're used to seeing. Which again, the whole thing is backwards from what we're used to seeing, and especially in the UK, which made it even more more a cohesive experience. Right. I'm excited. We're almost here. We've talked the entire way. See? It's right there. I'm so excited. Come on. Okay. Run. Get it. Alas, they're closed. We talked it all up. We had it the other day, so it's like, it's sad, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to find something that's open. Yeah. It is Sunday, so that could affect hours. What a disappointing end to that monologue. We gotta head to the airport now, or not the airport, the train station. My favorite, the train. We're gonna take a train down to London, so we will see you. Actually, I'm not gonna vlog London, not because I don't want to. We might do some show reviews or like the Harry Potter studio tour or something there. But I'm having content fatigue pretty hardcore, so I'm gonna wrap it back and we'll see you later. Don't die. Okay, bye. A special thank you to Peter, Joseph, Tim, Enzo, and the rest of the patrons over on Patreon for making this video possible. We couldn't do it without you. If you want to join our Patreon, go over to patreon.com/twinsauce or check the link below.